Hello everyone, I am Jadeley Templado, and I will be reading my answers for the assignment My President and How He or She Can Impact the Philippine Macroeconomics. So, my chosen president is President Bongbong Marcos. He is now the current president in the Philippines. So, what are his credentials, and do you think credentials are important for the position? Explain your answer. So, Bongbong Marcos studied at the Worth School in West Sussex, England. He later attended the University of Oxford in the United Kingdom, where he completed a degree in philosophy, politics, and economics. So, Bongbong Marcos had a career in Philippine politics, following in the footsteps of his family's political legacy, which his father, Ferdinand Marcos, served as the President of the Philippines in 1965 to 1986. Marcos Jr. began his political career as the Vice Governor of Ilocos Norte from 1981 to 1983. He later became the Governor of Ilocos Norte from 1983 to 1986. So Marcos Jr. also served as a member of the House Representatives, representing the 2nd District of Ilocos Norte from 1992 to 1995. So he was elected as the Senator of the Philippines, serving from 2010 to 2016. So Bongbong Marcos ran for the position of Vice President in the Philippines in the 2016 election, but narrowly lost to Lani Robredo. Bongbong Marcos also has been associated with political and legal efforts to contest issues related to martial law era during his father's presidency. He has been involved in various legal and political discussions concerning history, accountability, and the family's legacy. So, credentials like education, leadership experience, and public trust are important for effective governance and establishing credibility in global relations. They demonstrate a presidential's understanding to complex policy issues and ability to make informed decisions. So while credentials are important, they are not the only factor in determining a successful presidency. So leadership skills, emotional intelligence, effective communication, and the ability to connect with diverse perspectives are equally important. So ultimately, we as a voters so must evaluate a presidential candidate based on the accommodation of their credentials and personal qualities. So the effectiveness of a president is judged by their actions, decisions, and the outcomes achieved during their term. So, what are his accomplishments or contributions, and explain how it affects the Philippine economy? So, in agriculture, Marcos appointed himself as Agriculture Secretary, rejected the controversial sugar importation in August 2022, prompting the organization of the Sugar Regulatory Administration, also ordered a crackdown on sugar holders or smugglers, also imposed a 1-year moratorium in the amortization and interest payments of organ reform beneficiaries. For peace and order, crime rate went down by 11.67% in the first 2 months of Marcos' administration, according to the Philippine National Police, ordered an inquiry of series of abductions and kidnapping last September 2022, announced in September that war on drugs will be continue but in a different way, and for economy and infrastructure, voted a bill creating the Bulacan Airport City Special Economic Zone and Freeport due to its possible fiscal risk, allocated 1.196 trillion for 2023 infrastructure program, and for education, he signed the reopening of face-to-face classes in the majority of schools nationwide. For the government, abolished the Presidential Anti-Corruption Anti-Corruption Commission and the Office of Cabinet Secretary, voted a bill strengthening the Department of Justice Office of the Government Corporate Council, voted a bill creating a Transportation Safety Board, and transferred the Technical Education and Skills Development Authority from the Department of Trade and Industry to the Department of Labor and Employment. And for health and political policies, he allowed the controversial vape regulation bill to lapse into law in January, approved the voluntary use of face masks in outdoor setting with good ventilation, ordered the cleaning of 4-piece beneficiary list, voted a bill granting tax exemption and poll workers honoraria, sought the sought to provide free trains ride for students, and for foreign policies, Marcos and the United States Secretary of State Antony Blinken reaffirmed both countries' commitment to the Mutual Defense Treaty in August 2022, and state visits in Indonesia and Singapore from September 4 to 7, securing 804.78 billion in investment pledges. So for number 4, what future are you expecting in the next 6 years of your chosen president? Focus on macroeconomics. So, as we all know, Marcos is already our current president today. So, I am expecting the president's economic policies, including fiscal, monetary, and trade policies, will play a crucial role in shaping the economic environment. Large-scale infrastructure projects that can have significant impact in economic growth, job creation, and overall productivity. Global economic conditions and relationships with other nations can affect trade, investment, and overall economic stability. The management of government finances, including taxations, spending, and debt management, will influence the overall economic health. The regulatory framework for businesses that can impact entrepreneurship, innovation, and the overall business environment. The global economic landscape, including trends in international trade, technological advances, and geopolitical events that can have spill-over effects of the country's macroeconomy. So therefore, I hope that Bongbong Marcos prioritize these aspects, that takes appropriate measures to ensure a prosperous future for our nation. So that would be all for my answers. Once again, I am Jadeley with TEMPLADO, and thank you for listening.